heat wave, a tropical heat wave. The temperature's rising, it isn't surprising. It really can. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the fun show here at Big TV.
You did, I was so proud.
For the first time since last August, we've had 3 days in a row in the 80s, so we decided to call it a heat wave.
Doug calls it a heat wave.
Yeah, all right. So by unanimous consent, it's a heat wave, and so we gave you a little heat wave music. Our maestro behind the keyboard, the phantom of the keys, Mike Sallen.
I'm scaring people when I start
Kiera
playing.
Miner, Arch O'Riley. This is the fun show.
Put things in their ears when they start hearing me play. Okay.
Yeah, carrots,
Billy
marshmallows.
Franks Jr. died. He was 83 years old.
Yes, did you know him personally?
No, but I would like to have known him.
A Native American fisherman.
What did he do?
The Native American Isaac Walton.
Yeah. And he outsmarted all these, what do you call them?
Well, he insisted on his treaty rights to fish in a river that his tribe was associated with, and he was smart enough to carry a piece of paper that said, "We don't care what your rules are, I have the right to fish." And every time they'd arrest him and take him to court, the judge would throw it out.
Yeah, because they got the Native Americans made 300 treaties with our government. We summarily broke every one of them.
Every one of them.
Every one. Of them.
Shameful.
Every one of them.
Arch is related to some Native Americans.
Are you? I
Yes.
thought you were completely Irish.
No.
No, he is.
All right, sorry.
I'm a very small part Kanawaki Mohawk.
Okay.
And I had 23 direct ancestors on the Mayflowers, so there's a lot of English in this O'Reilly.
Okay.
So
English, Irish, and a touch Indian.
Yes.
Native American.
That
Did you
pretty
know
much takes care of
that
it.
Senator Marco Rubio of Florida, the Republican, expects to run for president, he says.
He expects to run or he hopes to run?
He's not going to beat Hillary.
Well, he says he's going to, and
Nope.
he started already attacking Hillary for her failure. The business about Ms. Lewinsky. By the way, what do you think of Ms. Lewinsky?
Really? He actually brought that up? Are you kidding me?
What in the world does Hillary have to do with Monica Lewinsky?
Well, maybe she made a video. I don't know.
Let's hope not.
Okay, who knows?
Yeah, it wouldn't sell too well.
No, it
Well, I
wouldn't
don't know.
sell.
Kim Kardashian sold, so maybe anything would sell.
Anything sells.
But Texas Governor Rick Perry,
Yes.
Republican also, supports immigration reform. He's also running. He says forget
kind
about
of
what
reform?
he did on the last one.
Forget what I said yesterday. My pollsters say I should say this today.
Well, that's all.
Shameful.
That's all government. Okay, you know. And
Obviously, the same guy who wrote the Blueberry line for Rick Perry.
What's the blueberry line?
You know, the Blueberry line's a wonderful story. He was a guest on Letterman's show. Letterman did a week of shows from Austin, Texas.
Okay.
And he invited the Texas governor to be a guest. And from the moment he was introduced, all through his appearance, the audience booed him.
Really?
And he had a really good line.
Wow.
I don't like the guy,
think
but he
I've
had
heard
a
about
great
this.
line because he said, well, no, it wasn't Limiter. It was Jimmy Kimmel.
Jimmy
Anyway,
Kimmel.
He says, well, Jimmy, it doesn't really surprise me. Austin is a blueberry in a bowl of tomato soup.
Aha. I actually heard that.
It also happens to be the state capital, which must make it a little awkward for the governor.
Yes.
I
blueberry.
can
That's
forget.
pretty funny.
He's supporting immigration reform. You know, it's
What
hard
kind
to,
of reform? But
But
what does
that's
that
without
mean?
definition.
Yeah,
I
thank
know,
you.
but at least
Thank
he
you.
says he will do something.
Well, it may turn out that his idea of reform is no immigrants.
Yeah, exactly. I'm not sold.
But John Boehner, I mean, he must be smarting from something like that, you know?
Orange is the new black. These things.
Not bad. Okay.
All righty then.
The Washington family in New York. They really push this diversity in the New York City Fire Department, and they got this guy got his son into it, and then a grandson.
So let me just, for clarity, let me ask you: is this a black Washington family?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay. And
Thank you for that
but
clarification.
in New York
I wasn't
City.
sure where he was going with this.
Huh?
But the name is Washington, but it's in New York City.
No, I know that.
Okay. And
What's
you
the
know
point?
but they're pushing, trying to get people who are black or Hispanic
To
or
apply.
Asian diversity.
Yeah.
Because there were thousands of people in the fire department, but not many people outside
Okay.
of the white crowd that was in there. Okay.
So what are they going to do about it?
Well, they're getting some people in there. They're
How?
So
What
they're
are they
taking
doing?
tests and they're
Okay.
Is there a reason you brought this up?
There is a reason. The reason is it's breaking the line. You know, everybody is telling us how. Well, it was in the New York Times, as a matter of fact, the story, and I figured they'd like to stick it to them. Although our fire department here in Boston area is getting a big salary increase.
Are they?
Now, why are they? Can you tell me why they were? The police and the fire. The police said they can do drug testing in their contract, but the fire crowd says no. I think.
Are you
I
sure?
have no idea.
You might be spreading a rumor.
All right, maybe I'm wrong on this.
And
Maybe they've agreed to it now, but
Now,
it was in the past. It was a big item.
but there is another thing I do
I
know.
think teachers should take it.
Oh, absolutely.
I think teachers should take a
What
drug
kind
test.
of drugs?
Well, I don't know. I'd have to have an expert on drug testing come in. What is it? That outfit that does.
You can test for any drug, I think.
Yeah, but what would you really want to test your teachers for?
cocaine.
Okay. Heroin, crack, the hard
Well, I
stuff,
mean,
but,
you know,
but not the
so-
easy
yeah,
stuff.
I
So
like
if they
that.
so that they smoke a little
Oxycodone.
marijuana, well, somebody might have pain management issues.
But that's legal everywhere these days, you know.
Well, all right. Yeah.
Wait a second, though.
So we're only doing it for hard speed
But the
math,
teachers union doesn't want.
I
this
did want to
test
mention
either.
something that I
It's
do
probably
know,
cost.
however.
That's why. It's
Yeah.
money.
What?
What?
Our guest from several weeks ago, Ben Franco,
Oh yeah.
topped the ticket. We thank you for going out and voting, ladies and gentlemen. And Nancy Daly came in second. So Franco and Daly. And he was actually sworn in as a selectman on Wednesday.
Excellent.
Go right to work in the selectman's race.
Yay, Ben.
Yay, Ben.
It's
And,
all because he was on our show.
Yeah, right.
Yep, that's exactly why.
Well,
We got him out there. It's
Or it
just,
could be that he was the best candidate we've had in quite a while.
I'm sure that's part of it. But his exposure, it's because he was on
You
our
know,
show.
The thing is, to some extent, we still have democracy in Brookline. You know, we don't have any democracy in America anymore. It's kind of sad. It's a good thing we gave up teaching history a long time ago, because they used to teach that America
History?
was a
Oh,
democracy.
you're talking about social studies. Oh.
Social studies, yes.
Oh, I see. All right.
But they used to teach that America was a democracy, and of course it isn't anymore.
No.
It's an oligarchy.
There was a guy named
Oligarchy?
Charles Marowitz,
Oligarchy.
also
Oligarchy.
in the obit in the New York Times. Marowitz, 82.
He's been reading the Irish sport pages.
Is that what's going
He
on?
was a director, actor, playwright, and teacher. The reason I liked reading this thing was at one point he was on the board of directors of some theater group. And he said, "You guys are pretty dumb," something to that effect. And they were kind of dumb about some things that he was talking about. They didn't know what he was getting at. They fired him on the spot, you know, and then there were
Wow.
some people.
They fired him from the board of directors?
Yeah, they fired him.
What
And
kind of
Response.
organization
Yeah.
can fire the board of directors?
No, they fired him. He was the artistic director of this group.
Oh, he was the artistic
So they got
director.
rid of him, but he was also on the board of directors.
Okay, so he's only fired from the artistic
Okay. Well,
directing.
they got rid of him, but I kind of liked that he told them off. You know, he didn't care that he was going to lose his job.
He just was saying it like it
People have
was.
been
Yeah.
telling me that for years.
Oh, I doubt that very much.
Yes.
You always have something to say that's.
What do you got?
Hey,
Interesting.
I have a piece of good news
Go
for you.
ahead. What do you got?
They have managed to eradicate the Asian longhorn beetle from down in the area
But
of
it
Faulkner
still likes
Hospital.
warm. It's still like warmth.
Is it going to show back up when you say eradicate?
What they burned down the
what are
forest?
they doing?
What are they?
No. They worked very diligently. They set up a 10-mile containment area. They went after
little tent, and they had
the Beatles.
The Beatles come in and they inoculated them one by one, and something.
So they'd stop spreading their beetleness.
You don't like trees, do you? You don't care.
I like trees.
You
We
don't
got
care.
nice trees. You got a nice tree in front of your house. That
I planted that for my mommy.
Yeah, but I planted those cherry blossom ones in front of our house.
Yeah.
In the back. We have two great big cherry
Beautiful.
blossom
It's the
trees.
perfect time of year for them too.
Yeah. Although
I
later
planted
on
a
the Japanese
dogwood.
attacked Pearl Harbor. That was
when you
could
planned
read
it?
that.
Right
Planted
after
it?
you planted the trees? I didn't think those trees were that old.
They have all these cherry trees in Washington. The
Yeah.
Japanese sent them
Yes.
before Pearl
When did they
Harbor.
send them? Like 1932 or
Yeah,
something like
something
that?
like that.
Somewhere around
I
there?
don't like it though. Okay.
You don't like them? They're
No, I
pretty.
Did you know that there was an island for sale in Venice, in the off the Grand Canal?
How long will it be there?
I don't know,
It's probably sinking.
Yeah.
No, it isn't
Exactly.
sinking. They got the nice building.
The rest of-
old,
Who's going to buy it? What's going on with
The
this?
rest of Venice
they
is
think
sinking.
They think a guy that
They'll
wants to
jack it
put
up.
up a Disneyland.
Jack up an island?
Yeah, they're going to jack up the island. They're going to jack up
Disney-
Venice.
Nah, they could jack it up.
They will. They're
Anyways,
gonna
they
let it
want to
sink.
have all kinds of rides and things.
They're going to
that-
turn the island
into
into
Disneyland
an
or
amusement
something.
park. Okay.
I don't know how you say that in
Disneyland
Italian
Venice.
with an accent. Disneyland. No.
I'm not even going to
Very
attempt that
okay.
one.
But anyways, the government wants to sell this island. So if you want to buy the island,
How much are they selling?
It's
Check my piggy bank and
It's a
see.
lot of money.
You have no idea.
It's about $1 million or close
Oh,
to
it's got to
it.
be way more than a
that
million.
all?
No,
they
he doesn't.
just-
He has
they
no
have
idea.
To fix the island and the buildings on it, or tear them down. There's
Yeah,
a lot of
still.
work to do to
Yeah,
make.
but $1 million is not near enough even for
All
that.
right, okay.
So-
Well, it may be if
It
the
says
mandatory
restoration.
repairs are
Restoration
$100 million.
to sustain the island.
Okay.
Maybe the island would sink if they don't do some good things. To
well, isn't San Marcos Square sinking?
it is.
I mean, there are days that you go there and there's like 4 inches of water over the entire thing. Even the pigeons can't land.
That's scary.
Well, that Republican
You know,
named
they'll be feeding ducks there soon.
that
Goodness.
that Republican named Fisher.
Mr. Fisher.
What's his first?
I have no idea what his
can't
first name is.
You know, he,
No idea.
Actually, he's
You know,
not a
I don't know
Republican.
many things.
In a sense, he's not a Republican. He's a Tea Party
that's right. He's a
Guy.
Tea Party.
Okay.
And he went
Ridiculousness.
to the Republican convention hoping to run for lieutenant governor, I
Right.
believe. And
Maybe even
he
governor.
didn't get the 15%. Oh, it is governor. Yeah, he's running for governor.
Okay.
And he didn't get the
Mr.
15%, which means that he couldn't be on the ballot. And so he sued.
And they said, we'll give you $1 million.
And no, this was, he claims, was before the convention.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
That
Don't run.
some Republican businessmen came to him and offered him $1 million to drop out of the race.
Did he take
Which
it?
which
No.
which
Okay.
is kind of silly since he
Should have just
didn't
taken
do
it.
But now the Republicans, in one of the most gutless displays in recent history,
They offered him $650,000.
offered him a subway ticket and a place on the ballot.
Yeah.
Which I don't think they can even do under their rules, but they said, okay, you can be on the ballot.
They got to have somebody cleaning up the headquarters.
What's the
now.
point in their
my
having the
goodness.
convention if they're just going to turn around and say, nah, never mind, put you on the ballot?
Anyways, he's
The whole
on the ballot.
party's
He's
falling
back
apart.
on the ballot now.
Okay.
So now Charlie
And,
has an opponent.
And Massachusettsonians, you can have a chance to vote for this guy.
Massachusettsonians.
Yeah, I thought it.
That's not bad.
No wonder they call them Bay Staters.
Oh, it's easy.
Massachusetts
They have different
Tonians.
names. That's what people tune in this program for, to see how dumb I can be.
Ah, no, they tune in
Write
to
down
hear
your
you play.
favorite folks and send them in to us.
All right, send them in.
we want the highlights
Sad
from your
story.
perspective.
Everybody in Libya, or comes to Libya, because they got a big coastline, 1,000 miles long. And
It's
they
easy
get
to
these
sneak
old
in.
boats
Okay.
Where are they coming from?
all over North Africa. They come. They get these old boats and they sell admission, and they overload the boats, and they get out in the Mediterranean. They get to this island off the coast of Italy. I can't. Lampedusa, something like that, or Malta even.
Next week it'll be for sale.
I bet it will be.
Well, anyways, the boats usually capsize. It's not funny. This time, about 50
tragic.
people are missing. The Italian Navy rescued some of them.
Okay.
Apparently they lose a ship every couple of weeks.
It's
boat every
they
couple
all
of
want to get to Europe.
Yeah.
They get out of these countries that are in such shape that
I can't fault them for making that kind of a gamble.
No, I
mean,
can't
even from
either.
the people who went from Cuba to Florida, you know, there's no point in living in horrible conditions if you know there's a way out. It's the
Okay.
people who live in those conditions.
Well, they're doing that all over the world.
know?
You know, they're doing it in
You know, I had something to say,
Salon,
and now it's
Bangladesh.
playtime.
What do you got?
No, I'm done.
What
No,
is
no,
it,
no.
John? Remember afterwards.
I was on a roll, and that's it.
okay.
Forget it. Forget it.
Okay, I'm not forgetting it. Okay.
Don't worry, by the time we're done, you will have forgotten it.
No, 30, she gets 30 seconds of smiling.
Who's smiling, you
She
or her?
is. She's smiling for 30 seconds.
30 seconds. I don't know if I could
she
do that.
brushes her teeth much better than I do. Anyways, come on.
Sure. Well,
All right, ladies and gentlemen, it is now time for the Big TV Unrehearsed Thespian Society's presentation for this week from near the top of the pile in the vault. As a matter of fact, this is hardly old at all. I've got things in my refrigerator that date back to the same date that this was
I
written.
saw it, yeah. I opened that door up one time. and
folks, it's a
somebody-
lot longer than you're
Oh,
thinking here.
okay.
Whatever's in his fridge is scary.
So what's the name of this thing?
Well, sometimes I open the door and they run away.
Yeah, good. Scuttle away.
Nice.
Okay.
The title of this is A Spoonful of Sugar.
Action.
Hey, do you ever read to your grandchildren?
Why?
Kids like us to read to them.
And there's plenty in the papers.
All the things is dry stuff.
President-elect Obama picking cabinet members.
Says one president is enough for now.
Maybe that's overstated. That's what Bonnie Frank says.
The Detroit Three are asking Congress for more money.
Let them eat cake.
Not amusing.
Anyway, this is not a fairy tale.
They get those from their teachers.
Those tales are metaphors for lessons.
Oh yeah, like Riding Hood visiting her stockbroker.
Ha!
He's not the wolf.
Wild animals don't wear vests.
Granny's off on a tropical cruise.
So it's become a thriller.
Plenty of suspense.
Yeah, what's in Riding Hood's basket anyway?
Turkey salad sandwich or a gun.
Aha, that's a pretty violent suggestion.
They love it.
Those video games.
So Riding Hood wants to know where Granny is.
Granny never wears a fur coat to bed.
It doesn't smell right.
You know that wolf hated bathing? He never took a shower.
Where's Granny? Asks Riding Hood.
She had to sign up for unemployment, barks the wolf.
Now that doesn't sound right. She's retired.
Well, they changed the rules, girlie.
That doesn't sound like my grandma.
Okay. How about a problem with her Medicaid coverage?
I don't think your Granny, says our Hood.
Just then, a little pig shouts a warning through a window.
Run for your life! It's the big bad wolf!
Riding Hood doesn't bat an eye.
Pulls out the gun and clocks the wicked wolf.
Does this have anything to do with congressional oversight?
You have to ask Isa. But don't know, but the guys from Detroit better be careful.
Well, I like that ending better.
Better than Goldilocks and the Three Bears?
I forget who ate all the pottery.
Probably someone at Goldman Sachs.
Ha! Don't worry about Goldilocks.
She flees New York and changes her name.
Yep, now her Social Security card reads Rapunzel Schwartz.
They wouldn't search for her with that name.
Except she forgot the wig.
Right, and she's got those long golden locks.
You can't be too careful.
Do you think the transition team would approve?
Well, Larry Summers would observe that that is far-fetched.
He's a worldly guy.
What about the soon-to-be First Lady?
Well, we know she wouldn't have to explain that to her daughters.
It's just good-natured fun.
Yeah, they might even be able to make up better ones.
Yeah, a few with morals.
Think they'll get this at their new school?
Well, perhaps Cinderella.
Did you know the prince is a white-collar guy?
Well, velvet, I'd hazard.
But Cindy wouldn't have a gown for the ball.
That's all right. The fairy godmother can take her to the D.C. thrift store.
And phones for a stretch limo.
But she loses the slipper running away.
Ah, but they forgot to turn the clock back.
Sure, for daylight saving.
So the prince catches her.
No, he doesn't. Unfortunately, the mean sisters trip him.
Cindy likes the thrift store business.
Opens up a chain of them with all that credit.
Yep, got it from Ben Bernanke's Fed.
And the prince likes a bargain too.
Gets a pair of boots and recognizes Cindy.
So, that means her sisters take over the business.
It's non-union.
And everybody lives happily ever after.
That seems doubtful, friends. We're in a recession.
Still, we can repair bridges, fix highways, and renovate old schools.
But families are being evicted from their homes.
Yep, that's reality.
There's still hope.
You have to be creative.
Got to make some changes.
Whatever works.
We're committed.
That's why President Obama has been seeking the best and the brightest.
So there's Jack and the Beanstalk.
I remember that. His mother sends him to sell a cow.
Times are tough.
Yeah, he sells the cow for some magic beans.
Nice guy, but a little naive. You know, simple.
The scam artist figured he had a live one.
So Jack goes home and tells the truth to Ma.
And his angry mom tosses the beans out the window.
And overnight grows the huge beanstalk.
Brave Jack climbs up and avoids the sleeping giant.
And the angry mother. However, he returns with a goose that lays golden eggs and a magic harp.
Say, is this about our real estate bubble?
Well, it's possible.
I told you there's always a moral to these stories.
Yeah, Rapunzel opened a pizza stand next to the castle.
And made some money selling swatches of her hair.
And what about Jack?
With all those golden eggs, he became a philanthropist.
Concerned for the middle class.
Wise guy.
So he built museums.
And libraries were going out of style.
Yep, and the museums charged admissions, and they opened dining rooms and gift stores.
Jobs meant people could shop again.
Laissez-faire.
Went to the the free market.
Economy expanded.
As did my waistline.
So we just have to work our way out of this mess.
It's gonna take time.
Like getting our guys back from Iraq and Afghanistan.
Well, no good goes unpunished.
Didn't Howie say that?
You'd have to ask Whitey.
No. He's now working on a new kind of national security.
This is no time for jokes.
As long as our president doesn't make them.
I thought you knew Cheney wrote all those lines.
Yay!
There we go.
There we go.
That's a nice.
Another one from the vault.
Right.
What about all this business with oil and gas wells? And
Wait a second, where's her 30 seconds
No,
of
no,
smiles?
no. Why did you remind him?
30 seconds.
No, that's okay. Let's move on to
No,
oil.
I want to. You got to tell us what that's about.
No, go ahead.
What's it about? Oh, you don't know what
No,
it's about. All right.
not anything.
Anyways,
you do
the-
the research, and we just provide
She
commentary.
was saying that you have to admire people who have the moxie to get up and move towards a better life when they are stuck in a bad situation.
Oh.
And
Thank you.
And
on a bridge that's collapsing in Massachusetts. That's a bad situation.
That is a
yes,
bad situation.
or an economy that's collapsing in a lot of places.
Oh, economy. You're getting wise now.
Yeah, economy.
Is anyone
It's a new
following
word.
this?
I hope not.
Anyways, 30 Massachusetts judges may retire to gain a $30,000 increase on their pensions.
Okay.
Howie Carr wrote this story.
What is this? Is there an incentive to clear places on the bench?
No, it's just they want
The
to
money,
end up with
the
more
extra
money
money.
in their pensions. That's all.
How do they get more by retiring? I don't
They're gonna be
understand that.
raising
That's the
their pay.
incentive.
The state legislature and the governor.
How does retiring raise their pension?
They're going to add that to their pension, the new increase that they get.
But only after
when
they
they get
get
the
it.
increase, then they retire.
Well, but they could retire 5 years from now or 10 years from
Yes,
now, and
they
they'd
could,
still
but
get
they
it.
want to get out while it's evidently a good time to get out. But maybe we'll do away with the $30,000 or
Well, in a
$30,000
sense, I wouldn't mind having.
Why are you picking? You're so picky about that. Who cares? I don't care if they stay on for 30 more years and give up the $30,000.
They don't give up anything.
What?
They don't give up anything. They
I don't
just
think
get
we
it
have enough
later.
information on this particular story to fight about it.
Okay.
Let's
Oh
move on.
no! We can fight in ignorance. That's no problem at all.
I don't want to be a party to this.
We have no
only
problem.
have like 10 minutes.
All I
or
want to
5.
say is that
much
it
time
might
we
be
got?
nice to have a
5
lot of
minutes.
judicial
Yeah.
vacancies if we had a governor who ever appointed anybody to any vacancies.
That humans have an effect
What?
on climate change. Do you know that?
Well, wait a second. Wait a second. There's a whole political party out there that'd be very upset that you said
Disputing
that.
the
Yes.
recent scientific
There's no global
reports.
warming or
Human
climate
beings.
change.
Yeah, they're cooking they get those buffalo chips and stuff in the desert there.
My goodness.
John Boehner's going to come get
Oh no.
you.
You
You know?
think he would?
Yeah.
Well, they cook over it. They cook with those things.
And
like
that's the argument.
camel chips. I don't know.
Well, the
Campbell,
American,
are you talking about manure?
The American
I
West
hesitate
was
to use that
I
word.
think that's where you were
the
going with
American West was basically settled with the aid of buffalo chips.
Well, that's that.
And
Okay.
and if you happen to be in a desert in Saudi Arabia, what else are you going to make a fire out of? Sand?
Well, but let me ask you.
There's
a
no
question.
wood.
this. I
Wait a
don't
minute.
fault him for it.
Camel chips.
Would our
That makes
country
sense.
be in better shape if the buffalo herds, if we could get them back replenished, that they pull them out of Yellowstone and let them go back and forth through
The way they were?
Yeah, the way they were, 60 million of them.
Well, we'd have to close down about 6 states.
I don't know. You could shoot a few along the way.
Oh my goodness. Let's just leave them safe
wouldn't-
in
60
the park.
million
There
buffaloes.
wouldn't be
It's
room.
gotta be
Wouldn't-
good for our
it wouldn't
economy.
There wouldn't be
happen.
room for the people.
It'd be
That's
the same
probably
problem
good
with
for.
It'd be the same problem as you'd have with all the if it were cows.
We'd have one of them in our control room turning off our set. That's the problem.
Turning off
He
the
would- he
set.
would-
Yeah.
be
So
turning
it
us
wouldn't-
off.
The buffalo would open the door up and yell at me.
He's got a lot of faith in trainers, doesn't he?
I know, my goodness.
Trade
All the
buffaloes.
time. How are we for time?
I don't know.
don't know.
I
I
lost
don't know.
track as I was listening
You
to
don't
the
know?
fascinating
In Rialto,
buffalo.
California, the public school system there, 5 teachers
2 minutes.
decided the kids should do an essay that the Holocaust never happened.
Oh dear God! Don't.
Oh, really?
No, it's just
Yeah,
awful.
You know, deny it. Not
That's just
deny it.
ridiculous.
Well, it's 2 minutes anyways.
Well,
can't-
you know
No,
what?
you started like a topic that we could actually
Anyway.
have a real,
Next time.
There's a
Okay.
solution to that, Mike.
Yes.
Take away their basketball team.
I don't. How come I don't follow that?
It's a high school team, yeah.
Well, take away their basketball team.
Well, that's true.
Is that the punishment for?
The owner of the Los Angeles Clippers
Yes, I recall this incident.
made incredible, hateful, irredeemable, racist comments,
Yes.
and they're now taking away his basketball team.
But his wife
These
said,
teachers,
"Oh, she
these
wants
teachers are Holocaust deniers.
Okay. I
With
get
great
it.
sincerity, I said, "Here's the solution: take away their basketball team."
Gotcha.
All right.
All right.
So
I get it
I
now.
was reaching.
But you explained it. You
Reaching.
explained it, and that was valuable. Thank
Have
you.
have you got anything to tell us? That
No, no, not with. We're running out of time.
Good night,
Irene. Good night, Irene. Irene, good night. Irene, good night. We'll see you in our dreams. Good night, everybody. Good night, Irene.
Good night, Irene.
Good night from the Fun Show here at Big
Show.
TV.
Always.
Tune in next week, same time, same station, for the Fun Show.
Ooh, congratulations, Ben. You have to
Okay,
come back.
Tune in next week again. Same time, same station for
Yeah.
the Fun Show.
You can also find us on
I
the
heard
web.
that somewhere.
And Ben won the election.
Top
I
the ticket.
know.
He topped the ticket.
Yep.
I heard that.